now we are back up and running with more Ed-A-Thon, celebrating the games created, designed by, or credited to Ed Annunziata. We're doing this in support of Tiny Hope Village, which is building tiny houses in Bryan, Texas to help house the unhoused there. Really good project, and I am GrimShins, and we are continuing the Echo block here with a game you might recognize, Ecco the Dolphin, but this one's a little strange. This is the Japanese localization of Ecco the Dolphin, which in a lot of ways is kind of like a version 1.1 of the game. I thought it'd be fun to do sort of a fast casual playthrough. I'm gonna demonstrate what no longer works in terms of speedrunning the game and just talk a little bit about what changed during the process. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hope y'all enjoy it. So you'll notice, first thing right away, we now have signposts for new game and password, in case you were confused as to what to do in the original. So already some nice little quality of life, usability things. Pretty cool. So we're gonna get started. Same as the original version. Go in, storm sucks up our family, and we're gonna just swim out of home bay. Now in this level, if you're familiar with the speedrun, you know that normally we go over here and pull up the sonar map, and thanks to a glitch we would exit the level, but they fixed that in the Japanese release of the game. So we've got to play this level as intended. Grab the key glyph over here. Swim up through the shaft. And swim to the right of the level. And it's just that easy. Undercaves has a couple of glitches that the speedrun abused that have also been patched. So normally things are playing out, you know, same as always, get the key glyph, we push this shell to break some rocks. Hit that glyph, and I am about to die, which is actually going to be a good demonstration. Normally, we could skip past this glyph, but they've patched glyph skipping. Think that, oh hey, they didn't patch that one apparently. That is not surprising. There is enough space on that glyph to skip past it, but that's the only one in the game where it works. So don't get used to it. The vents is same as always. Since we don't care about being able to hurt things with our sonar, we skip rescuing the dolphins for the sake of speed. Push this rock down here. Totally legitimate marine biology fact. Ah, you found a loophole, Val. Well, dolphins are notoriously unreliable. You just can't count on them to perform for you when you really need them. You might be thinking, oh, surely they patched the lagoon skip. They did not. Thank God they did not, because that level is very difficult otherwise. And Ridgewater. We play most of Ridgewater before any glitches, anyway. So, really the major one here is, with a little effort, we can carry that shell, but of course I missed it. Doesn't really matter. Just gonna go up here, grab the glyph. Break some rocks. Most of the geometry-related skips in this game were patched for this release, but fortunately, this one was not. It managed to get past the testing team. But we're not going to complain about that. Use the stars to break through stone here. And in the US release, we could do an air swim up through the ceiling here. But they added a ceiling in the Japanese version, so we can no longer do that to exit the level early, which is unfortunate, but not that big a deal because all we need to do is swim over here and grab the key glyph. And here's where things get weird. You'll notice this is very much not the same music. They used some unused tracks. These tracks exist on the original US ROM for the game, but they just weren't used in any of the levels. So the Japanese version restores them. You'll also notice that the magic pixel is much easier to hit on this level. It's at the very surface of the water rather than, like, just above the sea floor. So that makes this level quite a bit easier, which is good because we play it twice. And Ice Zone, once again, we would normally do a glyph skip here, but the standard glyph skip method of hitting the glyph while moving backwards unfortunately doesn't work anymore. So, playing the level as intended, we're gonna take a bunch of damage. That's definitely intentional. And go sledding. Just a little bit. Die to the crab. This is all completely part of the run. Definitely has nothing to do with me being out of practice. I went too far. I went, There we go. See, I'm simply not used to, playing this game as intended. All right. Good deal. Okay. Normally, in this stage, we would go over here and swim down here, but what's this? They moved the barrier glyph. So that's not gonna work. So we've got to move over here. Forget where we're going again, of course. And we actually need to deal with the horrible, crushing ice blocks of death in this level. They're not too bad. Okay. So, onward to the right side of the screen. Get the glyph. And... oh! We died. But every single barrier glyph is now a checkpoint in the Japanese version. So if you die, you get to restart from the last barrier glyph instead of playing the entire level. And right now you might be thinking, oh geez, they fixed this hole in the wall, so I'm gonna have to get another key glyph. Fortunately, no. I didn't mean to die there, but there's only one barrier glyph. They just moved it from the end of the level to slightly before the end. But the real trick is getting through the ice here. I'm demonstrating why this level's called hard water. Ah, geez. There we go. Now on to cold water, which features another previously unused track. And this one's really creepy. I just discovered a floor clip there, apparently. Glad I didn't go through, because I think that would have probably soft-locked me. Play some dolphin ping pong with sharp spikes. And it's time to talk to Big Blue. I will spare you my terrible Japanese pronunciation. Just gonna skip through the text boxes. Juno using some pretty cool emotes there. Some of that Boris Vallejo art there. Oh my gosh. Well, we get to make use of the checkpoints again. Come on now. I swear everything went better in that practice that I totally did. And now we have Open Ocean with the original music. Yo, Retro Brando in chat. We were talking about you earlier, tangentially. We were talking about the Ghostbusters ROM hack that you helped test. I agree, Val. I really like that they used both versions of the Open Ocean track, since they decided to make us play the level twice. Pretty neat. Island Zone starts off pretty much the same. We go over here, grab the key glyph, swim slowly past 8 arms, I said swim slowly. And even if we could skip glyphs in this game, we wouldn't be able to skip this one, because they changed its positioning. So we gotta swim all the way to the left to this room to grab our key glyph. I probably should have gotten some health from one of the healing clams, but it's fine. We're at the end of the level. The only change, to my knowledge, made in Deep Water is they fixed some of the collision on some spikes. So there's no longer a magic pixel that we can use to kind of snake through these. We actually got to go left and right. So that slows us down a little bit. And Astrite does his thing where it recognizes us even though we've got no idea what it is. And then we're off to Atlantis. Oh, didn't want to do that. This level would normally have a glyph skip, but since that's not an option, we get to carry these stone-eating stars through this little death tunnel here and break the chain, grab the key glyph. Can still hit the access granted glyph from off screen. Saves a little bit of time. Yes, Val. All of the traditional glyph skips are patched. As I showed earlier, you can still skip the glyph in undercaves at the end, but that's only due to its positioning. You can no longer do the glitch where hitting the glyph backwards moves you forwards through it. This block is going to be a little uncooperative, but fortunately, it still moves while it's off camera, so we can use that to push it through some walls to make that block pushing a little bit faster. And they corrected the issue with the barrier at the end being a breakable object, so we've got to hit the glyph to get access granted, open up the gate. And off to Deep City. Pretty difficult jump here, but we made it. And we already know that sonar exits got patched, so gonna use this block. Push our way through the current. Grab the key. Get some invulnerability from a naked dude. Some more block pushing. Open up another gate. Oh, I was hoping that I wouldn't get stuck with that current, because it's rather tricky to get out of. Fortunately, we made it. And didn't get trapped by the one at the end. Cydia Forever is basically the same, but just for fun, I'm gonna see if I can do the long route. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, they made the gate visible there. But it's no fun unless you do, like, the really hard method. So I'm gonna try the best jumps in the game. I think if you want to do these jumps, they're frame perfect. This one might not even be possible on this version, but... yeah, some interesting things with the collision going on. Alright, well, let's try the rest. Oh, okay. Made that one. And gonna have a big drop after this one if I can get the angle right. A little shallow on that attempt. Come on now. There we go. All the way down. And we got some blocks here. It's actually been a while since I've done this stage as intended, so kind of forgetting a lot of it. I think I have to go this way though. Yeah, if you don't take the shortcut at the beginning, this stage is actually very long. Kind of fun seeing everything. Open another gate elsewhere. Through here. Hit this teleport ring. And we need a block that's somewhere. Aha! And here we are, right at the end. And use the time machine. And what happened? Oh, damn. Oh, you know what it is? We didn't hit the glyph that activates the time travel sequence. In the original release of the game, you don't actually need to hit it, but in the Japanese version, oh, you better hit that. So, we have our time traveler sequence initiated. And get the relaxing time travel music. And this is my favorite stretch of levels in the game, because the music's awesome, and I really like the tile work in the background. Echo does love to spin. So we get our Pteranodon friend to help us through the wall here. And normally we go down here, and missing tile. Oh, they patched it. So, gotta go the proper route, get the key glyph. Get hassled by some trilobites. Grab some invulnerability and grab another key glyph. There we go. Pteranodon ponds. Sorry to disappoint everyone, but they fixed the Pteranodon air swim glitch, which I'll demonstrate here. I'll do the air swim, but it's not going to help anything. So normally I would try to release it around here, but they fixed it. The game knows that I'm not underwater still. It knows not to mess with the collision. So we gotta go through the level. Lots and lots of glyphs in this stage, but that's okay because that means lots and lots of checkpoints in case we die. Alright. Oh, I had less health than I thought I did. But it's okay. Just need to remember where the glyphs are. That one is nice because it's also an invincibility glyph. And get the Pteranodon song. All right. That's quite a marathon of a level. Origin Beach is exactly the same. This was a glitchless level in the original release, and it's still glitchless here. Trilobite Circle has a very interesting change that surprised me. Like, normally over here there's like a key glyph past the seahorse, which I'm gonna try to swim past and die, of course. Whew, let me tell you, if I'm playing like this for the Chikan race later, this is gonna be... Well, we'll worry about that later. But, there's a teleport ring here. It's not in the original release, but it teleports you, like, right to the end of the level. Super convenient. So that is, like, one of the few stages that is faster in the Japanese release than it is in the US release of the game. On Dark Water, nothing too exciting. We just need to get our key glyph over here. Not sure what that glyph said. I thought it was an invincibility glyph, but it turns out it's a message glyph. Swim over here, and boss fight time. They raised up Asterite a little bit, so it's easier to tell, you know, what the first globe you hit is. But just enough health to get through that boss fight. And back in the present day. It takes kind of a bit longer to restore the asteroid's missing globe in this release. Got no idea why. But now we no longer have to worry about our air meter. Remember to hit the glyph so we don't get crushed by the Atlantean home security system. And we're back at the moment of the storm. Except this time, we're going for a ride. We're in space. The tube is basically the same. I think they were a little bit kinder with the layout of these barriers. So you can more or less get on the center line of the level earlier. And after that, it's basically just a matter of staying in the middle of the screen and trying not to take too many hits from the zappers. Oh, I agree. The music is fantastic. But now's a good time to just reiterate, if you're just tuning in, this is Ed-A-Thon 2023, celebrating the games of Ed Annunziata, and in support of Tiny Hope Village. If you'd like to know more, go ahead and type !donate in chat. That will give you some information about the organization and a link to their website where you can donate to a good cause. Welcome to the Machine. The infamous Welcome to the Machine. Interesting changes here. First off, the aliens are gray instead of green. I don't know why they made this change. It's the only version where they made this change, and it's not even consistent. It's only in this level, because in the final fight, they're still green. Maybe they were trying to keep a greater, degree of continuity with Echo the Tides of Time. But, who knows? You would have to ask Ryoichi Hasegawa. They did correct some tiles that were inadvertently put into the shadow mode of the Genesis VDP. Those little barrels that are kind of scattered throughout the level had an incorrect shadow on them, but they fixed it in this release. The most important change is coming up. What's this? It's a checkpoint glyph. This level is kind of notorious for having 0 checkpoints in it. In the US release. But in the Japanese release, there are 3 or 4 checkpoints. So if you die, you don't need to start all the way over. Have a sneaking suspicion that this is due to the fact that video game rentals are not legal in the Japanese market. So you wouldn't have to worry about anybody renting the game and beating it on a single rental or anything like that, because you were guaranteed a sale in the first place. So I think a fair amount of the changes that they made to reduce difficulty in this version were probably because of that market consideration. And let me tell you, if I hadn't played this game hundreds of times and memorized this entire level layout, I would be very, very happy for those checkpoint glyphs. And like I mentioned earlier, I actually don't mind long auto-scrollers in these games because it's, time to kind of chill. Don't have to worry about being super precise with inputs or anything. It's going to take exactly as long as it's going to take. Last checkpoint glyph there, which is good because I very nearly died. And there's a slight change of route coming up. See, at this point in the US release, we would start going down the left-hand path. But they switch things up for the Japanese release and send you down the right-hand path. That's a change that persisted in the Sega CD version of the game, so not sure why they did it. But hey, why not? And we're on the final boss now, and oh no! We died. Fortunately, we don't get sent back to the machine. But if we get swallowed by the queen, which is apparently harder than I thought, because we die so quickly, we get taken to a Japan-exclusive level called the Stomach. Which has a very funky soundtrack and very labyrinthine structure. Features some of the alien jellyfish from Tides of Time. Basically, because it takes so long to swim through this section, you really don't want to get swallowed. So there's our Japan exclusive level. I'm gonna try not to play it again. The glitch where you can insta-kill the lower jaw if you hit it from the inside is still there, and only 2 jaws in the Japanese version. But you have to be very careful here, since you can't take a lot of damage, and The eyes do a ton. As you can see. In the US release of the game, you don't have regenerating health, which is actually a blessing because you've got a lot more of it. We're not going to do the stomach again. Oh. Instead of the little pause indicator in your health bar, the game actually just says pause now. Debug menu's still the same. It's right BC, BC, down C, up. And by doing that, we actually get the stomach's music for the rest of the boss fight. So let's... Okay, that's one eye down. Two eyes down. Damn it! Okay, in the interest of keeping on schedule, we're gonna cheat. Oh, hey, that... There's some interesting graphics corruption. Broke the game. And after that, it's the typical... To defeat the queen, hit her until she dies. Swim up to the top of the screen to reduce some lag. And we did it! We saved all of our dolphin friends. Legendary. And while this sequence plays out, I am going to step away for a brief moment. I will be right back. Just enjoy the credits, which you will not be able to read unless you know how to read Japanese, in which case, it's fine. So, return shortly. All right. And I'm at a point where pressing buttons doesn't actually skip anything. But the Japanese version is kind of interesting because it has some additional exposition at the end here where it talks about Vortex being in the constellation Pegasus. And hey, producer! Ed Annunziata! Get through all the credits here. Great art. Great music. Additional features. Yoichi Hasegawa. So basically doing some very cool ROM hacking. And thanks for playing. Echo, echo, echo.